Is exactly like you in every way. Except 1/8 your size.
Breathtaking. I shall call him Mini-Me.
Ah, lovely. So instead of letting me die in peace, you decided to come back. What's that? I sound a little tense? Oh gee, I don't know. But it sure has nothing to do with you assholes leaving me stuck in this hole and completely forgetting about me for a few days till you realize you had no more salt to feed your nasty ass addiction.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the Hey, at least I'm not doing pony shot.
What? No, you can't have my left eye. I don't care how much they're gonna give you on the black market for it. I kinda need it to make salt. Listen, before you get any more ideas of how to abuse me for drugs, I came prepared with your fix. So calm your fucking asses down.
I don't know. I don't want to overdose on it.
You can't OD on it.
Finally, after months of the most retarded ass speculation, and me not really giving a rat's ass, I'd prefer to be drinking, to be honest, the long-awaited codename PlayStation Spartacus was finally revealed, and basically the only thing that washed away all the mid-ass Will Smith slap memes that were flooding my timeline.
Wow, this is garbage. You actually like this?
And like most, I couldn't tell if Sony was being serious. And then I realized, no, April 1st is 2 days away. This is legit what the whole fucking thing was. An overhaul of PlayStation Now. You know, the Game Pass-like service they've already had for years that journalists on the internet pretend they don't have. What everybody thought was supposed to be Sony's answer to Game Pass on their side was nothing more than a slight overhaul of an already subpar and pretty mediocre service. The only difference is you get some additions to it that are things we used to get for fucking free growing up, but such is the state of the industry. I guess Sony really is a market leader, guys. Always pushing and striving for the next best thing. Before you know it, they're gonna monetize every time you turn on the console.
We fuck you up, man. We taste the money.
So essentially what's happening here is Sony took PS Now, PS Plus, combined the two shitty services together, just like Nintendo, and has separated them into 3 different tiers. The first tier basically being what you already have now if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber.
I wonder if a fall from this height would be enough to kill me.
2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive discount. You pay for discounts. Holy fuck. Cloud storage for saved games. I barely found out that that was a thing not too long ago, actually. Something I had assumed was free everywhere else, cause it is on PC and Xbox. And then of course we can't forget about the most important feature that basically everyone needs, online multiplayer access. Something that used to be free on the PlayStation 3, alongside backwards compatibility, haha. So if you're a current PlayStation Plus Now subscriber, you're probably wondering, why the fuck am I included in this new service? Not a goddamn thing has changed for me. You see, Sony really wants to have impressive numbers for a subscription service, so now they're going to bundle you in to make the numbers look higher. They're basically taking already existing numbers for a completely different service, so they seem just as impressive as Game Pass. Let's face it, that's what's going on with Tier 1. But just when you thought Tier 1 was the best $10 you ever spent in your fucking life, here comes Tier 2 to spice things up for you a bit. Because for an extra $5, you get up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including a few from PlayStation Studios, which are all downloadable. So basically what this is what you would get if you were a PS Now and PS Plus subscriber, but with less perks apparently. What the fuck, Sony? Base PS Now at $9.99 offers more than just 400 PS4 and PS5 games. What the fuck is the point of Tier 2 exactly?
What inspired you to build a second
PS Now.
right next door to the original?
Money.
Well, to entice people to get tier 3, obviously. Because for an extra $3, you get everything you got in the other tiers, except this time you can download or stream PS1, PS2, and PSP games, and you can play PS3 games via cloud streaming.
Not a bad deal if I say so myself. Kill me, please. I want to die.
And alongside that few extra bucks, you also get time-limited game trials. What the fuck? So you mean to tell me, for a few extra bucks, I get the grand privilege of getting some fucking demos? Back then, I used to have to buy a box of cereal to get demos, or a pizza. Now it requires my credit card information. When they said adult life would be miserable and depressing, I didn't think they would mean it would be this miserable and depressing.
That's all, folks.
And well, basically that's it. This is what Project Spartacus was the entire time. No downloadable content on PC included, no day one launches of their first party titles, no EA access. For fuck's sake, they couldn't even throw in one free year of Crunchyroll. And backwards compatibility comes at a cost. One begins to wonder, is this really all Sony has to offer? Paid demos, paid backwards compatibility, streaming limitations on PS3 titles, and more expensive than Gamepass? I get that we're living in a time where everybody's looking to make their own subscription service. And because of that, we have so many shitty ones, like the one Rockstar created, or the one Nintendo created, or the one Stadia tried to succeed with. Hell, there are subscription fees out there for the same price as Game Pass, but for one fucking game. Because the only way I can truly show you what is wrong with this service is through the horrendous capping that's been going on for it online. You would not believe the stupidity you are about to hear. So sit tight, I'm fully prepared. I soaked my bandana in LSD, so I'm going in as open-minded as I can.
This is cancer. This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors growing on my back.
PS Plus Premium versus Game Pass. No day one. 120, 180, 700 plus games, 400 plus games. Store discounts, no store discounts. Game demos, no game demos. Spider-Man, no Spider-Man. PS Plus is clear.
1,600 fucking likes. 1,600 fucking likes. There are people who unironically like this. I mean, granted, most of them are on PCP when they do it, but it still counts.
You guys mind if I go in the bathroom and smoke some PCP?
Nah, dude, you do you. We don't judge, Cricket. We don't judge.
First off, in what world, what universe, what dimension is not having day one launches a win for the service? What the fuck? Not being able to play the latest God of War, the latest Horizon something Dawn. Day one for pennies, not a win. These are some of the most broke-ass motherfuckers on Twitter. And they're capping for having to pay more and getting less? How much do you want to bet they would not be okay with their meth dealer giving them less for more of their money? And then the dumbass has the audacity to brag about paying for discounts? Nobody should be bragging about paying for discounts. How is paying for discounts a win for anyone? And by the way, yes, there are discounts that come with Game Pass. And then paying for limited time trial of games is a dub? And Spider-Man. Holy shit, you can tell this tweet was made by a tweaker. It's a jumbled mess of misinformation, unrelated subjects, and poor grammar. You know, what you usually expect from the ratchet side of Twitter. And he's bragging about 700 plus games you're going to get, forgetting to mention that a huge chunk of those are PS1, PS2, and PSP games that should have been available via backwards compatibility built into the goddamn thing. You know why people aren't impressed when you say that? Because backwards compatibility is a given on PC and on Xbox. Sony and Nintendo are the only fucking companies charging you a subscription fee for backwards compatibility and bullshitting and lying to your face saying that it's not possible natively. And to make sure I really hammer it into you, PS1, PS2, and PS3 games and PSP games can all be emulated for fucking free on PC and on the new Xbox consoles. So trying to boast that this subscription service is better because Sony is charging you for shit you can get elsewhere for free is exactly the type of shit I expect somebody who's high off his mind on PCP to say.
I'm perfectly fine with subscription services not having day one releases. I'm happy to pay for games I want to play on release, and happy to wait for others to hit subscription platforms later on. It's nice that Xbox do this, but Sony's platform will do just fine without it.
Did you just call me retarded?
I just diagnosed you retarded.
I'm not retarded.
Yes, you are.
Apparently over 3,000 people are perfectly okay with paying more for a service that provides them with less. This makes absolutely no fucking sense. If there was no day one releases, but the service was $5 overall for fucking everything, or even $10, sure. But it's literally more than Game Pass and far more limited. Who is perfectly okay with that? Having day one releases on it would not affect you being able to purchase them, so I don't get how that's a benefit of not having day one. I expect a more intelligent take from Skill Up, or do I? I don't know, I think the acid's kicking in. I mean, I agree PlayStation platforms will do fine without day one releases on the service, but I don't understand how people are capping for it either. It's not a win. Stop trying to spin it like a win. It's one of the most retarded takes I've seen on the internet. All we have to do is take one look at Game Pass, and we know your money is worth far more than that. Come on. PlayStation's Jim Ryan. Our games could suffer if they went straight into PlayStation Plus.
If getting a subscription service like Game Pass means they have to lower their quality of games to make it sustainable, then I wouldn't want that service. I respect Jim's approach. Quality first.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
Ah, I see, the typical just blindly believe Jim Ryan after multiple lies within the last 2 years. Would you just look at how well that's worked out for you guys? Believing in generations, believing in exclusivity. Subscription services aren't the way to go. Let's go revamp our subscription services. What are you going to do when this lie inevitably gets exposed in the near future and day and date starts happening? Well, I'll tell you what's gonna happen, nothing. They'll just go quiet for like 24 hours and then show their face the next day on Twitter with a brand new retarded ass narrative. First off, I don't know where this rumor of quality of games dropping comes from. The best shit I played last year was on Game Pass day one, alright? Psychonauts 2, Forza Horizon 5, Age of Empires 4. Are you really gonna sit there and tell me that the quality was degraded? How about we take a look at the recent $70 release from Sony, GT7? Do we need to talk about GT7? $70, microtransactions, always online, visually underwhelming as fuck. Games are only as good as the studios that are making them. Let's get one thing clear. A game's quality has nothing to do with its fucking budget. What? Are we really supposed to sit here and believe that the quote-unquote market leader would have to pinch their pennies so that you could rent their first-party games day one? Are we really supposed to believe that Sony, with such a massive lead in the console market and the game industry, cannot afford to put their own games on their own subscription service? Who the fuck is falling for this? How is anybody so goddamn stupid? Especially after GT7, Babylon's Fall, and Godfall. You'd figure the message would be sent. But no, here they are, believing any bullshit Jim Ryan tells them.
The media wants Sony to copy Xbox so bad. They'll definitely keep pushing until Sony do day one. Notice how there's absolutely zero pressure from the media for Nintendo to copy Xbox? It's simple. It's called nationalism. Sony is a Japanese company, and it's the top dog in gaming. So these pseudo-journalists, American sites are trying to ensure Xbox seem like they're on top.
We're coming for you, globalist! Coming for you! Coming for you!
You heard it here first, my American PlayStation users. If you want those first-party PlayStation Studios games day one on your subscription service, you're a nationalist. I'm sorry, I don't even know how to respond to this. No, here's the reality. PlayStation fanboys are looking for every single excuse they can in the book literally every single fucking excuse they can so that they don't have to admit that, yeah, PlayStation is giving them the shorter end of the stick. They have to justify why their service is shittier. Well, it's because, you know, if Sony put the games there day one, the quality would drop, or, you know, nationalism. Nationalism, yeah, that's it. It's those Americans. They're the ones to fucking blame. These people are walking ads for why you should wear a condom.
Imagine Elon Musk opens a bakery next to yours and gives people as much bread as they want for $10 a month, tells you this is the future of baking, then your customers turn to you and ask, why isn't you doing the same? This is how Microsoft is trying to fuck Sony.
Oh, the salt! The yummy, delicious salt! This tweet is basically confessing, yeah, Game Pass is better. I'm not gonna say it, so instead I'm gonna try and paint it as if Microsoft giving better value isn't fair. PlayStation's just trying to work their bread shop honest and hard, and Microsoft is trying to lower them to their level. Are we really supposed to sit here and believe you? Sony had PS Now long before Game Pass was a thing. They were the ones who started the bread shop and then abandoned it. They were onto something and never really followed through with it. Trying to paint PlayStation Plus versus Game Pass as Elon Musk versus the little guy is the most retarded ass shit I've ever heard. This man wants you to believe Sony is the underdog, but at the same time wants you to acknowledge that Sony is the market leader, and yet somehow the market leader cannot afford to compete. One would have expected PlayStation Now to have been this caliber of service by now, since Sony had such a huge head start, but it's not. And now, instead of just admitting Microsoft built a better subscription service, that Microsoft is just not playing fair. Well, reality check, Sony is not the little guy. They are dominating the console market. They are making the most money of the big three. Stop protecting them and sheltering them like they are your local bakery, you dumb fuck.
How does Xbox Game Pass, the, quote, future of gaming, have less subs than Nintendo Switch Online that is literally a ripoff? Considering how basic and limited it is, you can't tell me that after almost 5 years of existence, that 25 million is good. Then stay salty.
I swear to God, you can't make this shit up. They are now comparing gaming subscriptions to movie and TV subscription services, doing anything and everything they can to avoid simply saying that the new PlayStation Plus is pretty fucking trash. See, that's why I'm here. I'll do it for you because you don't have the balls to do it. Plus, all your mutuals would turn on you and you would lose your clout, and that character that you worked so hard to build up for Sony would have gone to waste. This moron is showing us Switch Online numbers and PlayStation Plus numbers versus Game Pass numbers, but do you know what the difference there is? PlayStation Plus is not PS Now. They are not merged yet. PlayStation Plus is the requirement people need to play their games online. And the same goes for Nintendo. So you must be wondering, why didn't he include Xbox Live numbers? Well, it's because he's not smart enough. And because he just copied this image from other people who made the exact same tweet. He didn't actually think about what he was posting. That would require some sort of brain activity. So then that being said, why didn't he just show PS Now instead of PS Plus? Well, that would be because PS Now only has about 3 million users. If they took one look at this number and then compared it to the Game Pass Raw numbers, they'd have to go back to consult with the other ponies and come up with a new narrative.
PS Plus Premium, $119.99. More than 750 games and all benefits from the new PS Plus. Best deal in gaming, and nothing comes close to this.
Oh, indeed, I can't think of another subscription service that charges you for cloud saves, charges you for your own demos, and puts a fee on backwards compatibility when everybody else can play the games on the service for free elsewhere. It's a one-of-a-kind thing, just like Marla's forehead.
I don't understand some people. I have Game Pass and yes, I like it. I have PS Plus and yes, I like it. But I don't understand why anyone thinks Sony needs to add games day and date. Their first-party games crush it in sales. Putting them D&D would be idiotic.
This logic doesn't make any goddamn sense. Who the fuck is prioritizing a corporation's financial success over their own wallet. Why the fuck should I care about the sales of a game and profits Sony is raking in if it doesn't reflect in the actual quality of the games and the money in my pocket? Yo, can you guess how much shit I played this last week for this much money? Oh yeah? Well, can you guess how much Sony made this fiscal year? It's two different mindsets. Clearly the mentality of a fanboy versus the mentality of a consumer. Massive difference.
I am very happy Sony is not putting their $100 to $200 million AAA single-player games into a sub-service. These games are insanely expensive and people support them enough. God of War Ragnarok would not sell 20+ million if it was in PS Plus day one. Realistic thinking in my honest opinion.
No, not you, Pio. They got you too. No, Pio. Just when I told everybody to follow you because you were the most rational PlayStation dude on Twitter. Why you gotta do this to me? Why does all my hard work always have to be undone? Nobody is glad. Stop lying to yourselves. This is a narrative that was sold to you by Jim Ryan, and the fact that anybody's holding on to it as if it's some sort of truth is downright embarrassing, especially after GT7. We have no evidence out there that games being day one on this subscription service has hurt the quality of them. In fact, there may be more evidence to support that $70 is hurting games more than helping them. My god, the damage control for what PlayStation just revealed is unreal. It's not just underwhelming, I would say it's a goddamn ripoff. A good chunk of what's on this service should be free. The games they are selling you on should have always been available through backwards compatibility. And all it's doing is making Game Pass look a lot more enticing and valuable. Seeing PlayStation fanboys prioritize Sony's wallet over their own wallet is like watching simps on Twitch throw away their own financial security just to make sure Pokimane has a new pool. Stop lying to yourselves. Stop justifying it. Sony can provide you a hell of a lot better than this. And with that being said, I know you're not going to pass me the rope to help me get out of here. I know you're not going to lend me your hand. Most of you are walking away as I'm closing the video, so you might as well like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to, and I'll be seeing you bitches in the next video.
Fritango sucks ass.